The morning sun gleamed on the glass walls of a luxury office building. A woman in a sharp business suit walked briskly toward her car, heels clicking against the pavement. She opened her bag and shouted impatiently, "Driver, where are you? I'm in a hurry." A young man turned around from the driver's seat and said softly, "Good morning, ma'am." The woman frowned. "Who are you? You're not my driver." "Ma'am," he explained calmly, "my father is your driver. He isn't feeling well today, so I came to drive in his place." Her eyes narrowed. "Then where's your uniform?" He smiled politely. "I'm sorry, ma'am. My father's uniform doesn't fit me, so I wore my own clothes," she scoffed. "Poor people, so lazy. Your father's probably lying in bed pretending to be sick." The young man stayed silent, gripping the steering wheel tighter. "Enough!" she snapped. "I'm late already. Just drive." "Yes, ma'am," he said quietly and opened the door for her. They drove through the city in silence. The woman kept sighing loudly, checking her watch and muttering under her breath. When they finally arrived, she got out and said coldly, "Listen carefully. I have an important meeting inside. Stay right here until I'm done. If I come out and you're gone, I'll have your father fired." "Yes, ma'am," he replied, bowing slightly. Then she turned and walked into the tall glass building, head held high. A few minutes later, the conference room began to fill. Executives and business owners greeted each other, preparing for an important tender meeting. The woman adjusted her jacket, ready to impress. But then, the doors opened. Everyone stood up as the host of the meeting entered. She turned to look and froze. It was the same young man who had just driven her to the office. "Hey!" she shouted, confused and angry. "What are you doing here? Didn't I tell you to wait in the car?" He smiled calmly and walked toward the boss's chair. "For your information, ma'am," he said, "this is my seat. I own this company." The room went silent. The woman's face turned pale. "Well, what? That's impossible. You're just a driver." He chuckled. "No, ma'am. I was only driving you today because my father couldn't." "You're lying," she snapped. "You think you can fool me?" She pulled out her phone. "I'll call the real boss right now." She dialed the number, and seconds later the man's phone rang. The sound echoed across the silent room. She froze, her eyes wide with disbelief. "Sir, you're the owner?" she stammered. He nodded slowly. "Yes, and the man you called lazy is my father." Her lips trembled. "But why is he a driver?" The young man's tone softened. "Because he chooses to work with dignity. He's been driving for over 20 years, and he refuses to stop working, no matter how much I earn." Tears welled in her eyes. "Sir, please forgive me. I didn't know. Please don't cancel my tender. It means a lot to my company." He leaned back in his chair and smiled. "Don't worry. I won't cancel it." She sighed in relief. "But," he added, "the meeting is postponed till tomorrow." She looked down, ashamed. "Yes, sir." He stood up and said gently, "Remember this. Never look down on anyone because of their job or clothes." He paused, letting his words sink in. "Life has a funny way of turning tables when you least expect it." The woman nodded silently, tears glistening in her eyes. As she walked out of the office, her heels no longer clicked with pride, but with humility. That day, she learned a powerful lesson. True class isn't in titles or wealth, but in respect. Comment: yes, if you believe no job is small, and respect should be for everyone.